So I finally figured out what my gym routine is. It consists of 15 minutes of sauna, 30 minutes on a treadmill, and another 15 minutes in the sauna. And that's it. Dude, this guy, he got an electric bike. I want an electric bike. Now, my intention of going to the gym is not really to lift heavy weights, to gain a lot of muscle. My intention in going to the gym is just to get my body tone and be in condition. Like, I want to be able to run for my life if somebody is chasing me, or just be able to play basketball without getting tired, because the cardio is so good that I can just run the whole day. Like, my goal is just to be really in my tip-top shape. I just want to run. I just kind of falling in love with running again. As you guys know, before when I was losing weight, I used to run a lot, and now I'm just kind of just want to like go to the gym just to run. And once the summer is here, or even spring, I'll start running outside, just because it's like a different feeling when you run outside. It's just like it's two different things. Like, it's two different worlds, running outside and running on a treadmill. Now, I do have a stationary bike at home, but that's just more of like an emergency in case I don't have time to go to the gym. But I try to force myself to go to the gym every single day, because I'm not paying $10 just to not go there. So if you're one of those people who want to start YouTube in 2024, I got some tips for you guys, both in the camera and just some tips. First of all, if you're doing it for the money, then you already failed, because you're doing it for the wrong reason. You should be passionate about doing this video thing, because if not, you're not gonna last and you're just gonna end up quitting. Now, if you just want to do YouTube just to share your life, and you just want to share your memories, or even just have it as a diary to just keep track of what's happening in your life, and just want to capture beautiful moments that is happening in your life, then that's a good start. When it comes to the gear didn't really matter, but having a designated camera to film and to make videos is a must as well. I know a lot of people are gonna say just start with your phone, which is true, but on the other hand, you wanted something that's designated to YouTube, because sometimes you're just on your phone, you know, you're scrolling TikTok, you're making calls, you're texting, and sometimes you just miss the moment because you're like, oh, hold on, you know. So having a designated camera is one of the musts. Now, if you're a beginner and you wanted some camera to start off with, I highly suggest having a point and shoot. Personally, for me, I had the Sony ZV-1F, which is a really lightweight. When you turn on the camera, it doesn't really extend the lens, because this thing is a fixed lens, fixed 20mm, but it has a digital zoom that you can zoom in just a little bit, but not by much. Having a point and shoot is probably the best beginner camera that you can have, because for the simple fact that you won't be shy taking this to the mall, or maybe to the stores, or like groceries, and you know, just wherever you go, you're not really shy to film it, because it's so small and people won't even look at you and won't even notice that you have a camera in your hand. Me, I'm really am a Sony shooter. I used to be a Canon shooter. I started filming with Canon because of Casey Neistat, but Sony is just like taking that spot of like having the best camera equipment for content creating. This camera has a flip out screen, and there's a mount that you can put in your camera. This thing is an aftermarket. It doesn't come with this. It comes with like a little dead cat, but it doesn't have the mount. This is a third-party dead cat for this that's included a mount, because the original one is just, it goes into the hot shoe mount, and you won't able to like mount a camera without taking out the dead cat. But this third party already have a second mount, so you don't even have to take it out. You can just pretty much put it in and just like scroll a microphone here. So this is what I like about Sony, is they have a flip out screen instead of a flip up screen, because if this will be a flip up screen, then the mic will just block the screen. So that's why I kind of like this, and it's kind of just filming like this. So you know, if you wanted to improve your audio, you can just pretty much buy a microphone and just mount it here, and it will just be good, and probably have a tripod, something like that. I highly suggest just starting out with a point and shoot. It's one of the best like camera you would have. It can definitely build up your confidence because it's like so slick. You don't even mind like bringing this and people won't even look at you, unlike my big old camera over here where you can see is just like, it's just super duper big, right? Like it's just one of those really content creating camera that Casey Neistat invented, you know, a big old DSLR with a mic and a tripod. Now, if sometime in the future you wanted to upgrade and you probably build your confidence already and want to have like a big old camera like a Casey Neistat vlogging setup, I highly suggest just going straight to full frame cameras and not the crop sensor cameras. Do your research about it. The crop sensor is like it's like the chip that is inside the camera, and the full sensor is like a bigger one, which I have because personally for me, I started with a point and shoot, then went straight to crop sensor, and then after the crop sensor I'm like, I wasn't satisfied of having it, then I have to upgrade again to a full frame. So it's just like a lot of money spent. So my best advice is, after your point and shoot, just save up for a full frame camera. It's a little bit more expensive than your crop sensor camera, but it's totally worth it. Like the low light of the camera, it's just much better, and the lens choices is just much better and crispy. Having a full frame camera is one of those things that you can have shallow depth of field that has this blurry background. With a crop sensor you can achieve that, but it doesn't have a lot of shallow depth of field, which means that, if I'm not mistaken, is how much light does your camera capture inside of the chip. So having a full frame camera is just much better than a crop sensor. So if you're coming from a point and shoot in the future, thinking about moving into a bigger camera like a DSLR, just go straight to full frame. Just save a little bit of money and just get that super crispy quality, because you will not regret it. And having a full frame camera is one of the best move I ever done. As you guys can see, like my camera quality is super crispy. You can get super crispy quality with a crop sensor camera, but it's just different with a full frame, especially with a Sony lineup. I know it can get expensive, but just save up. Personally for me, I spent about almost $3,000, if not $3,000, with this camera setup that I have, but this will last me forever as long as they don't normalize having 8K footage. But this camera right here shoots a 4K, but it's an 8K that's resampled to 4K, so it's really smooth and buttery. The lenses can get expensive as well, so I suggest just save up until you can grab a whole setup of this camera. But point and shoot can get the job done. I know they're gonna say that gear doesn't really matter. It's true in some sense, but having quality and having a really good content is better than just having good content. Hello. It's always good to have free food at your OG's house. I'm time to go home, man. I got work tomorrow. My first day at my new job tomorrow. Wish me luck, guys. Really am trying to grind this year. I just want to grind, you know, just work. I don't even think about like the hardship anymore. I just kind of just want to be on the grind. I'm gonna be working there for 4 days, so I'm gonna find some time on making videos. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make a video during those 4 days, so I'm thinking I'll just make a video every time I'm off. So I'm gonna be off for 2 days, so, or actually 3 days. My off day is gonna be like almost 3 days straight, if I don't require to do overtime, because I have a mandatory overtime. So if I'm not required to work that fifth day, then I will have 3 days off. So I'm gonna make something happen on those 3 days. So catch me uploading 3 times a week. I'm just gonna make the most out of it, make the most out of whatever days I have to pretty much make a video, because as you guys know, we gotta grind, man. We have to make money, and I have a lot of things that I have to pay, like what I mentioned in my last vlog, that I have to really pay my credit cards. And that is just my goal for this next 2-3 months, is just to save, don't spend any money. I'm just gonna like work, save that money, and whatever money I save, I'm gonna pay off my credit card. So hopefully the months that I'm gonna be in this job, whatever, how much money I make, hopefully I can just put it on that credit card, because the interest is kind of killing me. So yeah, but it shouldn't be that hard. Just gotta really grind, work, and think about that. So yeah, hopefully by March I'll be able to pay it off. But yeah, I'm just gonna save, man. I'm not really looking to spend money on clothes or anything or any nonsense. Like what I said, the only thing I am going to buy is a drone, but the money's not gonna come out of my pocket, but rather the birthday money and the Christmas money that I received this past Christmas. And my birthday is coming up on January 12th, so I expect people to give me, money. So whatever the case may be, actually almost there. I'm halfway to saving up for that drone. I actually got $260 on my Christmas gifts. So that's how much money I received. So this coming birthday, hoping to reach that 400 mark, because the drone is actually like $430, if you guys remember in the last vlog. So really trying to get this drone, so I have reason to go outside every single off day, or every single day that I have that I am going to make a video, because that's gonna be my symbol of my intro, is the drone shots. Once I finally got that drone, then I will have a reason to go out, because I need to shoot drone shots for my vlogs. So that's that. But yeah, once I receive that drone, I'm just gonna go everywhere, every place, every park that I can go to, and just fly the drone. So yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. So I guess the